Hey guys, it's me Zedstyle, and today, in this video, I wanted to talk about League of Legends champions with the scariest primes. And before we start the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, let's get that 1000, and please like this video. And now we start with Sunfire Diana. That meta was so annoying, because Diana was building tank items while one-shotting everyone in the game. And the funniest thing was that she was unkillable as well, leaving literally zero rooms of counterplay. Also, bunch of other champions were abusing Sunfire, but Diana was something special. Due to her huge damage from Sunfire Nashor combination, she was a 1v9 machine. Moving on to the Eclipse Aatrox. This champion was the reason why T1 won versus VBG, or however you pronounce it. And this champion had like absolutely limited counterplay. You could have either CC him to death or he would just pentakill all over your team. I still get goosebumps from this champion.
You fool! Aatrox!
Next one is Yori. Back in the early days of League of Legends, sustain was a major concern for champions. There were no corrupting potions or runes, and items that regenerated mana, leaving most champions to recall frequently. However, this was not an issue for Yori. While modern top laners may complain about oppressive champions like Volibear and Gnar, no one reached the level of dominance that Yori did. With his old kit, which allowed him to summon multiple goals, winning the lane was almost guaranteed. There was even an unspoken rule to never gank a Yorick, as it would likely result in him securing a double kill. He dominated every matchup and excelled at split pushing, often taking down turrets before the 10-minute mark. In fact, some data suggests he still holds the record for the most gold accumulated by minute 10. Yorick was an unstoppable force for a time at least.
I wanna one-shot the Twitch with one flash. I wanna show my damage, guys. Are you ready for my damage?
Back in the days, Master Yi was one of the most broken champions that ever existed in League of Legends. I know, many newer players might say, but he's still broken. However, trust me, when I say that, when AP Master Yi was meta, particularly with items like Rabadon's Deathcap, he was truly unstoppable. During that era, Master Yi could build full ability power and devastate entire team with his Alpha Strike. There was absolutely zero room of counterplay. All he had to do was press Q and he would wipe out the entire team in the blink of an eye. The burst damage was so immense that even the tankiest champions would fall almost instantly. Additionally, his meditate provided him with an incredible amount of sustain, making him nearly unkillable in the midst of the battle. This combination of high burst damage and significant sustain turned him into a nightmare for anyone facing him. Just the mention of the AP Master Yi on enemy team would just strike fear into your heart, knowing that chances of outplaying him is just zero. It was truly a weird time in League of Legends history, because many veteran players, every time they remember about it, they are getting goosebumps. After Master Yi comes Aphelios. Aphelios is the original 200 years of game design champion. When he was released, he had 200% ban rate, highest ban rate in League of Legends history. And it was justified. You might ask why? Well, maybe because he could kill 5 people by himself. Yes, another classic from Riot Games. He could use his flamethrower ultimate and completely erase enemies from existence. Aphelios wasn't just strong, he was terrifying. His kit let him switch between 5 different weapons, each with unique abilities. This made him very hard to counter. He could deal massive damage from far away, heal himself, and control crowds, making him a nightmare in both lanes and teamfights. I still cannot believe that this champion was actually legal, and not just a fever dream. His ban rate remains unbeaten, and I don't think any champion will ever reach this level of ban rate. Playing against Aphelios felt impossible, where any mistake could mean instant death for your team. Aphelios had a huge impact on the game. Streamers, pro players, they all talked about how strong he was, and matches often depended on whether he's banned or not. Riot Games had to nerf him many times to make him balanced, but his legacy as the 200 years will remain forever. In 2022, Riot Games decided to rework Udri, and it was their biggest balance mistake of all time. Not only Udri was tanky as hell, also, he could clap enemies' cheeks in 1 second with his empowered Q. I think visually this rework was successful, but gameplay wise, oh god, Riot messed up badly. Udri was one of the strongest champions that I ever played against. And trust me, I'm playing this game since a long time. He was tanky, he had damage, he could one-shot, he could dive you, tank 10 turret shots and run away. He could do whatever he wanted to, and it was so broken, it's not even funny. People still wonder how the hell this champ passed the balance test. And now, the one and only, the king of the kings, the most broken, feared and the most ferocious champion in the League of Legends history. Welcome, Kasavin. In Season 3, Kasavin received his famous nickname Kasavin. While not having the highest ban rate record, he does have the highest win rate record, with a 71% win rate. Originally designed as an anti-mage champion due to his silence, he was also a tough matchup against melee champions. The most notable difference from current Kasavin is that his Q ability was a 2-second silence. He gained more mana back, scaled harder, and his ult was the distance of half of your screen. This was also during the time when games had the longest average playtime, so scaling for level 16 was a brain dead stage. This is it for today. Please let me know if you guys actually enjoy this type of videos. Usually I make funny content, but if you guys will like this video in the future, I will try to make serious videos more and more often. See ya.